Cheers! Welcome to my channel. This is a collective or general reading from Tattletales from Tales from the Vector. So be aware that this is, because it's not a personal reading, parts will resonate or not resonate with you. Take what works for you and leave the rest. Here comes my partner, Stella Ray the cat, to contribute to the reading. Thank you for the likes and the comments and the subscribes. I really do appreciate it. It's empowering me to build my channel. I'm going to begin the reading with the card from the bottom of the deck. Wow, there we have it. We have the Knight of Swords rushing in with some information. So the Knight of Swords is in a hurry, and he's on the go. And the thing is that sometimes this card can indicate someone who doesn't have all the information yet, but really wants to communicate with others is what's coming up. And you'll notice his sword is raised, but you can't see the point. So he may not have gotten to the point as of yet, but he has some information for someone. And then, whoops, I have my deck upside down. Yes, I do. So I don't take reverse cards. I like to use the interplay of the cards with each other in a reading. And I'm just going to double check that that's in a good place so that the whole reading is visible. All right, so we have the King of Pentacles to begin this reading. And the King of Pentacles is coming in with the, he's on his throne. And the pentacles represent health, wealth, happiness, fulfillment, abundance of all. And he is sitting on his throne. He's got the pentacle on his lap. He is probably the most steady of all the kings in the Minor Oracle. It's okay, Stella, be quiet, please. And she's all excited for some reason, maybe because of the Knight of Swords rushing in. And so the King of Pentacles is a good way to start off this reading. It indicates that there's a lot of information. Oh, so Stella is actually going to really contribute today. Will you please get off the table? Go on. Get off. Get off. Thank you. I don't know if you could see her, but she's really excited about this reading. And then we have also the Nine of Pentacles. So the Nine of Pentacles is also saying there's a lot of opportunity here. There's the Nine is, there's only 10 pentacles in the tarot. So she's got 3 here in the bush. And she has 9. Her hand is on the other 6, so 9 in total. And this is really talking about, Nikola Tesla talks about it, that ratio of 3-6-9. And that so she keep the 3 that are in the bush, she is willing to give to others or invest. And then the 6 that she has her hand on are the ones that she is putting into plans that she already has in place. And she has the falcon on her hand, and the falcon represents forward vision. So the 6 are about investment, the 3 are about, it could be charity or new projects that she's considering getting into. And then we have the Strength card. So the Strength is from the Major Arcana, and it is regarding having the courage to face your fears and be able to move forward. So possibly there's lots of money here or lots of abundance here, and having the courage to invest it. These days that might be, a consideration. And the young woman here is reaching into the lion's mouth. And this lion actually represents her fears from childhood and on. And yeah, so it could be some fears about investing you know, what you already have, and, you know, risking it is what's coming up. But you see the infinity symbol is above her head. And so if she faces her fears and does her due diligence is coming up, then perhaps this is a good investment. You'll notice that the lion, although it's a mature lion, that the tail is tucked under, showing submissiveness. So this is just indicating that she's not willing to submit to her fear and miss out on the infinite potential in this investment. So perhaps it was something that just an idea that just came up because the swords represent mental activity, or it could be like someone coming in from outside of her that is wanting to invest. And then we have the hermit. So the hermit is representing someone that goes up on the mountain and, you know, does just wants to be alone so that they can meditate on things, be in prayer, commune with the universe and God, and then get in the enlightenment. And then when they're ready, they'll come back down from the mountain and implement what they have or share their knowledge regarding what they went on top of the mountain for. So yeah, it just feels like this is an opportunity, or you know, it could be something that also happened, that now the money that they plan to use for one investment needs to be put towards another. Maybe something happened out of the blue. But we have the Ace of Wands confirming that there was an action that was taken. However, when the Ace of Wands comes in, this is a gift. It's a gift from the universe, a gift from the Most High. And it's saying that it's a passion for new discovery. So it feels like this is an opportunity that's come in for perhaps to invest in. Or this could also mean investing your own energy into something that, it's like a passion for new discovery. And the ace, and all the aces, when they come in like this, they are saying that this is a gift and you are the gift. So if you put the energy into it, then it's going to be a beneficial action. And we have the Queen of Wands following that. The Queen of Wands is, she's sitting on her throne and she has a sunflower in her left hand. And that just shows that she has a sunny disposition. This is someone that really looks on the bright side of life more than on the dark side. She has a little cat at her feet, like my cat that was just on the table, knowing she's not supposed to be. But my cat was really excited about this reading. Now she's left. And it's just funny. Cats have that energy about them. They always know when there's energy about. And that's also how this queen is, basically. Like she is born to shine, very, very... like the glass is full rather than empty, and because she finds creative solutions for her problems. And she also has the wand in her right hand, and she is ready to put some creative solution into whatever this is. She's using her intuition more so than her logic right at this time to really look into it. That's what this is indicating. And always with an open mind to, you know, look at, okay, what is the value of this? And not just blow it off, but like really look into it. So this is something that might take action. And then we have rowing off to calm waters with God, basically, like with this gift I'm getting. And this is really awesome. This indicates someone that's willing to do look at things in a new way, you know, move on to new shores. And they're not carrying a lot of baggage with them, yet they have a lot of pentacles. So it's just, I feel like that's more of like a metaphor, that letting go of any swords, which indicate like overthinking and really allowing this energy to come in, this new energy that's coming in. And, you know, it's a new adventure. And really, so what this is saying, this bottom row, indicates what you need to be able to make shift happen. And then it's a pyramid that I'm building, and we're climbing the stairs to the pyramid. And wow, this is looking really awesome. Now we have the 10 of Pentacles from the 9 of Pentacles. So this can also indicate someone making a decision, and because it's right close to here, it's about, okay, I'm willing to take a look at this gift, and okay, now what do I need to do to manifest it and to be able to be in a position where I can make this happen? What are the obstacles coming up? Once again, it appears we've got the King of Pentacles, who's very stable and steady, the 9 of Pentacles with the knowledge of what to give and take and how much. And we also have this as an opportunity coming in from the universe. And now after deciding, okay, I'm going to really look into this, or I'm going to implement this, all of a sudden now we're at the 10 of Pentacles. And then we go to the 5 of Pentacles, which is about the being left out in the cold. And that feels like the energy of the Hermit. There's snow on here and there's snow here. This card quite often represents, I'm just getting what this card represents is that whatever this Queen of Wands energy, and remember this is an archetype, and so is this. The face cards are archetypes. So this could be a man, a male that's in their feminine energy, like using more of their intuition than their logic. And this could be also, or it could be a woman using her feminine aspects. And this could be a male or a female using their masculine. This is not someone who's flighty is what I'm getting. This is not flighty energy, but I'm getting this is not what a lot of people would do. This is like out there is what's coming up. And so not, you know, but it has potential. So let's just see. It's just, this is saying that this is not, this is a risk that maybe a lot of people wouldn't take. That they would just think it's too much of a risk. But then we have the fulfillment card, and that is sitting on the gift, going up on the mountain to confer with the Most High, and the fulfillment comes in. So this is an 1111 portal, and a lot of times this is a portal of energy that it's one of really watch what your thoughts are at this time, because this is a lot of energy behind this coming in from this gift from the universe that this is I'm getting, it's kind of like a innovative thought that's come through that is not probably, it's probably very unique, and it has a lot of possibility behind it. This is also considered like the card for marriage in tarot. But it doesn't have to be. Sometimes this is a card of taking action towards a contract, like a proposal. It could be a marriage proposal. We do have a queen and a king here. So it could be about romance or love and opportunities that would come, or it could be a partnership that's coming up, or it could just be those two aspects of one person really going for it and being in a place where they're ready to do what they love to do. But generally this means romance. And then we have the Empress coming in. So the Empress embodies all the qualities of all of the queens in the major or the minor arcana. And she is, she's a symbol of a lot of opportunity. She's pregnant with possibilities. Sometimes this also can mean that she is actually pregnant. She's able to generate energy, and do it with ease. That's what all the wheat here represents. And what's coming up also is, because we have like two, a queen and a king here, and we have this card which indicates a relationship, a romantic relationship, and the Empress about pregnancy, and that this is a kind of like a family energy. So we'll see. Yeah, and then we have the Lovers come in. So this is kind of indication. Perhaps someone's getting ready to tie the knot, is what the words are coming up, and move forward. Or it could be a partnership, you know, with all these coins here, of a collaboration with with a partner, that's going to be very fulfilling. And generally, though, when the Lovers comes up, it's a choice about love, but it also can be a choice about what you love to do or what you love to be. And we do have like that Ace of Wands, and this Ace of Wands is, remember that this is a gift, but it's saying action is required. Yeah, and that's saying this card here is like a mental prison. So this is saying, don't, you know, this person feels trapped in this situation of overthinking. And we have these swords here. So this is not just about, like, this isn't like an actual prison, but it's a mental prison. And it's saying, you know, to manifest this and to be able to overcome the obstacles, you have to be able to look at things from a different, you know, like, because this is a card of stability, both of these are. And knowing what to invest, when to invest it, how to invest it. But I'm just getting, this is like a very different opportunity that's causing, you know, a lot of people wouldn't do it, is what's coming up. So that is something I couldn't advise you on. You'd have to look into it, make sure you look into it with experts, like consultative financial experts, if it is something financial, business orientated, you know, get to know someone really well beforehand if it's a choice of a partnership of marriage or business, and, you know, really look into it, because at this time we are in Mercury retrograde, which quite often can complicate things just through lack of communication. Having said that, and the very underlying energy of this reading is communication, because that's what the Knights are about. And then we have the Judgment. So Judgment is coming up right on top of this overthinking energy and the Lovers. So it could be, the Lovers is traditionally about choice with partners. So this is something that someone has to come to a decision over. I'm just getting, because time is of the essence. It's not something like you can sit on forever. It's one of those opportunities that comes in and you have to take action on it. And you have to have a passion for new discovery. So it could be something that you're not that familiar with. The Judgment card is can be a judgment from the Most High. It can also be a judgment, courts or whatever. So there could be some sort of a judgment being made in the court system that has come through and there's money coming in or something like that, an inheritance or something along those lines. And then there also could be the personal judgment. And we have like the ancestor, because the wands represent the tree, and the tree has deep roots from the ancestor, and it also has these offshoots which represent the descendants. I'm just getting that, and we have these three climbing out of the you know, it could be considered Pandora's box. It could be considered like from the ancestors rising up to acknowledge this. And that's what it feels like. And we have on the other side of the shore, on the other side of this decision, that them waving, to each other. So this is representing ancestors and descendants. When the King of Pentacles is here, it also indicates like generational wealth. So it's a lot of money is what's coming up. And then we have the Ace of Swords coming in. The truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, so help you God. So it does feel like there could have been some sort of judgment, or you're in this. Remember, there is no time in tarot, or it's not. It could be the past, what's happened in the past. It could be the present, or it could be the future. This Ace of Swords is also like, to have two aces come in is really a strong. It's showing a strong gift. And we have the palm tree and the olive branch. So there could have been some sort of legalities going on, or about to go on, or maybe there's a signing of papers, etc. So once again, just make sure that you are, fools rush in. So this opportunity is very quick, and it has a lot of strong energy behind it. You need to make sure that you really look into it and make the judgment for yourself with advisors or whatever that is. And yeah, and this card is coming in as again, this mental energy. And you notice we have two swords here, and we have these two swords here. So this is maybe this could be a prenuptial agreement. This could be, something like that. And this person has fought a few battles. And a lot of times this card can be read as 3 different versions of yourself and what you've had to go through. And sometimes this is actually a card that is saying, because this row here is about having the courage to do what is in your heart's desires. That's what the passion for new discovery is about. Okay, what are my authentic desires, and what is it that I really want, and from my heart? And so that kind of makes sense in this reading. And so these 3 swords sometimes can represent the subconscious mind, which is, the thoughts that you have that were developed from the time you were like between 0 usually to 7 years of age. And those, because we can't remember most of our childhood at that age, those are actually the thoughts of the people who were caring for you, your parents, grandparents, etc. And the subconscious or the unconscious thoughts are your spiritual upbringing, etc. And then your beliefs around that. And then we also have your conscious thoughts. And when those become congruent and they are in sync with your heart, with your authentic desires, that's when, like these opportunities that come through. And a lot of people might turn this down because it just might feel, the words too good to be true are coming up. So we'll look into this some more. And then we have, yes, the Page of Cups coming in. And the Page of Cups is another messenger, a very enthusiastic person that has, hasn't been beaten down by life yet, and is like really looking at this opportunity. And it's a fish in the cup. And, this page is very much aware that there are lots of fish in the sea, but he has his focus on this fish. So this has this is saying, give this your full attention right now. Don't make decisions, don't make judgments around this unless you really do your research and you look into it. And recognize that this is about the courage to be able to do that. And then the Star is born. And so this star energy is also from the Major Arcana. And this is saying it's time to shine. It's an opportunity to shine. It's talking about the universe and the being able to add and take from the universe, this give and take, and being able to have the opportunity. I'm getting to make a profound statement or a profound impact on the universe, and because it's being poured out onto the earth, and there's all of this abundance behind it. And perhaps it's because like there's two vessels here, so it could be that if it's a partnership of some sort, whether that be romantic, marriage, proposal of partnership between two companies or whatever that is, or two people's thoughts coming together and working on something together, that this has the potential to be a win for you, a win for your family and the people around you, your community, and also a win for the universe. Yes, and then we have the Three of Wands coming in, and this is regarding heart's desires. This is showing that there's two planted and one wand moving forward. So this person, it looks like, is really about to follow their heart's desires and going to, I'm getting like foreign land. That doesn't necessarily mean foreign land. It could be foreign in their head, like on a mental level. A lot of times when we are expanding our horizons, it requires us to do new things and to sort of, this card is about stepping out of your comfort zone. And there's two wands planted, so I feel like this is about a partnership of some kind and moving forward, like with that energy rather than alone. And the Chariot is coming in. So the Chariot is also a card of Major Arcana, and it is talking about the following your destiny, your heart path, which is right on top of this, the 1111 portal. And it is, you'll notice there's no reins. So this person has done their work, they've looked into it, and now they're ready to go. This energy also sometimes represents law enforcement or like legalities. So there may be, some of that involved in there again. That's coming up for some people. And because in the old days, the law enforcement, the vehicles were generally black and white. And what's also interesting is that the stripes on here are black and white, and then they're horizontal here and then vertical there. Horizontal stripes mean they're weak energetically because they break up the energy, and vertical stripes are powerful. That's why in the old days they used to put prisoners in uniforms that were black and white striped horizontal, and why powerful people wear pinstripe suits, because vertical energy like that is energetically strong. We also have the Knight of Cups coming in here. So now the Knight of Cups is coming in with the cup and with some more information. So perhaps because this can representing legalities or whatever, could be you've conferred with experts, etc. The word lawyers is coming up, and this cup is ready. It's ready to be presented. This cup that the Page of Cups has here, and this row is about heart's desires. So it's talking about, okay, you had the courage to look into this, to get together, to work on it, and it's an opportunity that is coming in fast, and now it's here. Here it is. You'll notice the Knight of Cups isn't in any rush. This is the Knight in shining armor, very sure of where they're going, and they present things in a very steadfast, classy way is what's coming up. And then we have the Two of Cups. Yeah, so 1 + 1, we have one, the cup coming in. The two together this can represent soulmates. Soulmates are not necessarily about romance, but quite often they are. And we have the Marriage card here, we have the Empress, we have the Lovers, and this is right on the Lovers. And we have the 2 cups together. And this is representing like 1 + 1 = infinity. Soulmates quite often are romantic partners. Having said that, they don't have to be. So the soulmates can be a friend. It can be someone that is in your family. It can be a stranger that you just met, but you just feel like you know them. So, but I feel like this energy might be not just about romance or love, but also about the opportunities that these two people coming together are going to present. And then we have conception, the 8 of Wands. So this energy is coming through, and this is kind of like it's coming up close, like on this energy of all of this. The Empress being pregnant with possibilities, this also represents that that if this all comes together, then the Wands will be launched, and we're going in this direction. So it feels like, okay, this is now, because it's sitting on the cup and the 2 cups here, that this is now going into being. This could be in the future, past, present, future, remember that. And these Wands have been launched, and when they, the intention is for them to hit their mark and land. And then we have the Hierophant, and this is justice. So the Hierophant represents traditional structure regarding when people are, sometimes it can talk about spiritual, and it can also talk about law enforcement again on the Chariot and the Knight of Cups. So this energy quite often though is on the spiritual, like the unconscious mind, the thoughts of the unconscious mind, possibly the way that your ancestors did things, being different slightly from how the descendants are. And because this card often speaks of religion also. So perhaps these two people are from a different religion or upbringing, religious upbringing or something like that. And then we have the 10 of Wands, which is about putting the burdens down. This can be a card of carrying burdens, but I feel like it's interesting because the Hierophant is right in between these 2 wands, like the 8 of Wands and then the 10 of Wands. And this may be like, okay, this judgment that came in is now allowing this person to, and it's coming up like 2 are missing here, right? So this card is actually about seeds that have been planted in the past, and those could be from your ancestors, or they could be that, seeds that you planted, and now some of those, you're really close, you're getting close to home, and this is, you're ready to reap the harvest. Having said that, perhaps some of the wands that you planted before you want to let go of, and you want to move forward without, they've become a burden rather than a plus. And that happens through life, that sometimes we'll plant seeds of what we want to do, and then, or with the people we want to do it with. And then what happens is down the road, it just doesn't, it's not working out anymore. And we want to put some of those burdens down. But this is an indication that the work has been put in, and that this, like this new energy that's coming in has, you don't have to feel bad about, you know, putting some of the wands that you planted earlier in life down, that, or maybe that your ancestors planted, that you want to go in a different direction, that you would be willing to do so. And it's just interesting because this 8 on top of the soulmates, and this is 10. So I just feel like there's 2 burdens that just put them down. And then we have justice. Yes. So justice is a card of redemption from karma. And also it can also represent justice in the 3D world legally. The judgments coming in from that angle, and there has been some of that energy in here. But you'll notice that since the bottom here, when the reading first started out, it started out with the sword, and then there was these 2 swords, and then the truth comes out, and we don't see any more swords here. Now we're all looking at more major arcana and wands, taking action, moving forward, letting go of, injustices is what's coming up from the past, letting go of grudges, or an old ways of doing things, and just moving forward in this way that, you know, this was a gift from the universe, for maybe hanging in there through difficult times. Yeah, well, here it comes up right here. So yeah, this is like, where all of these pentacles, all the work that was put into this, was it worth it? Or would you rather take this new pentacle and, you know, or this new opportunity and move forward with that? And that would be a personal risk, that personal decision you would need to make on your own. But I would really advise here that if it's got this much abundance and coin attached to it, that you really look into the details and make sure that everything's on the up and up. Consult with professionals with that, and really know where you want this to go. And there's nothing wrong with, like, this is really good that this person is or these people are contemplating. Okay, it could be that there was some sort of settlement that came in, and now there's all this money here. Now, what are you going to do with it? And making sure that this new, this new pentacle, this new abundance, that you really use it in the strongest way possible. Yeah. There we have the Page of Wands. So the Page of Wands is representing someone, you know, who's very youthful, passionate, follows their heart's desires, really looks up to the wand, really is someone that is full of enthusiasm and passion, and just, you know, likes to discover the new, likes to have new opportunities. It's almost like a new breath of life has been, is here. This is an opportunity that has come up that perhaps there's been a lot of work to put into, and now, yay, it's finally here. Or it could be like a surprise, that came in. Just take the reading however it resonates with you. From the bottom to the top of the pyramid and back down, we have the King of Pentacles, which is a real solid foundation for abundance. A lot of mental thought regarding that, and that's due to this energy of kind of not wanting to rush in. Fools rush in. You don't want to, it's about really great opportunity, but make sure that you are doing your due diligence here before you make a judgment. And if it was a judgment that coming through, and then the decision has come down, and then from the courts possibly, or the decision has come down between two people, or whatever that involves, because we've got the 2 cups here, the soulmates, that's kind of a card of destiny, as well as the Chariot. And then, okay, we're going to launch those wands. We're going to put this into action. We're going to make sure that we take this money and do move it in the direction we want our lives to go, and excited about it, like enthusiastic. And it's you know, like this is something that I'm just getting, something that they've always wanted. That an opportunity that came up that's always been wanted. And then the justice comes in. So I still get this could be about legalities. This could also be about karmic justice. And this card also represents becoming neutral. And I'm getting neutral to being able to put the burdens down and enjoy this new passion, and allow yourself to get into your heart's desires and not just move forward possibly in a different way in a business or in a marriage or a relationship, but also within yourself to be able to really enjoy life is what's coming up, because that's what the star is all about. It's all about being able to enjoy your own unique qualities, what you bring into the universe. And all these pentacles coming in, you know, is saying, and letting go of the worry about it. Like if you make this decision, you know, make it with fully informed decisions, do as much research as you can about it. And then once you make the decision, don't worry about it, put it into action and get it to happen. And the universe loves action. So this is really, this is a strong reading at this time. I'm going to clarify with my oracle cards, Tales from the Vector. And this is an oracle I started, I'm an artist, so I started working on these very big dragon paintings that are 3 feet by 4 feet. And in 2007, and I completed all of the paintings. They're not all that big, but the major arcana is mostly that way. And it's from the Intergalactic Federation of Light. And I have the cards here numbered. I finished all the paintings in 2002, or sorry, 2020. But, and I did take the deck out when it wasn't complete and went to fairs for 4 years and held seminars, etc., to get some information. But now that it's complete, I'm working on this channel to be able to see what it's all about. And so from the cards, the card that came up is Dissension, which is clarifying this energy of this rushing in. So this is a tactic. And so this actually is sort of confirming the fact that there may have been some legalities with friends like this who needs enemies. But it doesn't necessarily mean that. I'm still getting that this is an opportunity that's come in for sure. Having said that, there may have been some legalities in the past, or there may have been some things that you didn't know that you need to know. And it, you know, swimming with sharks is about really making sure that you find qualified people to be able to, experts that would be able to advise you to the legalities or, whatever is there. And on a spiritual level, that could be, whoever you go to for spiritual matters, for health reasons, to your doctor, whatever. So make sure you do, this is just reconfirming, make sure you do your research, because there, at this time in the world, there's so much happening and information is coming in so quickly. Make sure that you have dotted your I's and crossed your T's. This Capricorn energy is sitting right on the King of Pentacles, which is talking about ambition and responsibility, both of them. So challenges are quite often possibilities in disguise. And this Capricorn energy reconfirms that this is someone that is really able to bring possibilities down to earth and is stable with it. When I have horoscope signs coming in on a general collective reading like that, I consider them to be more of a state of being. Having said that, if some of these signs resonate with you, it could be about someone that or whatever. But for me, it's in a general reading, it's more about like the ambition coming in here. And Saturn energy also talks about, that's a 28, 29 year cycle. And it talks about that the energy of ancestors. There's a lot of that energy coming in. And the scotoma is talking about blind spots. We have blind spots in our eyes called scotomas, where there's little pixels that we can't see. And so once again, this is just reconfirming to make sure that, you know, you're like this 9 of coin, where you know how much to give, know who to give it to. So that can also regard if you're hiring experts, making sure that, you know, you're paying them what the proper price is. You know, if you're having any contracts or anything like that, you want to make sure that you check into financially, like that you're not being overcharged and that they know what they're doing. And the next card up to clarify is the Lovers. So yeah, that's really interesting because that's on the Hermit after going up on the top of the mountain and, you know, conferring with the Most High, with the universe coming in with action. And so the Lovers card is speaking of that choice again, and it's kind of reconfirming that there very easily could be this element of, you know, lovers coming together. And possibly bringing, you know, expanding their family. Abuse of power, yeah. So we want to make sure, it's just saying again, make sure that there's no dissension in this and that the opportunity is here. Look into it. Make sure that, you know, that there isn't anything that you don't know in the background, and that you really, I'm just getting again, look into it. This also speaks of possibly something that happened in the past, maybe even with your ancestors or whatever. It could be about inheritance. It could be, you know, a will. It could be it could be a lot of things. So there, you know, with the energy around this judgment, etc., it could be something like that. And the Hierophant's coming in right after I say that. So again, we have the Hierophant here again. And the Hierophant is all about, you know, on a spiritual level, bringing that energy into traditional structure. And that is because whatever happens in the 3D is actually a thought, and it happens on the spiritual realm before it comes into physical form on the earth. And we have the moon. The moon is clarifying the energy of the star and the being left out in the cold and the 10 of Pentacles. You see how that is all there? And yeah, the Queen of Wands. So, and it's right underneath this. So there might be something hidden in here. Make sure, again, that you do, you know, that you do your due diligence before you, you know, rush in. At the same time, don't give up an opportunity without doing your due diligence. Don't just blow it off is what's coming up. Yeah, the guiding star is all about that crown energy, like being able to get your information from the spiritual level. It's coming up ancestors, like all your ancestors knew. All of that information and energy coming through, using your intuition as well as your logic. And that combination, when you ask a logical question and you get an intuitive answer, then you want to make sure that that's where that creativity comes in, because it's sitting like on this energy of the Queen of Wands. So that that can also be saying that not everybody would think of this, okay? So, you know, it's your own special qualities bringing this in and your own intuition bringing this in. And, you know, just you know, don't right away think, oh, well, no one else is thinking of this. It must not be a good idea. It might be a great idea that nobody else has thought of. And yeah, so this is all about, we're all siblings on the planet, right? And so I'm just getting like, if this is an opportunity that comes up from having this ability to really be creative and whatever, there might be some jealousy around it. And that's been coming up. Times are really like very volatile right now. And so a lot of times, you know, there's ups and downs in the energy, and there's ups and downs in money. And we're seeing that a lot played out in the world right now. So just, you know, and what's really interesting too is that this karmic space of jealousy, this is something that you can actually be jealous of your own self, you know, like how you used to be or how you want to be. You can actually kind of get into that energy. And I have always wanted to do that, but you've never let yourself. So look into it. And then we have the Earth Star, and this is on the manifestation row. So the Earth Star is all about manifesting this energy. And it's coming up sacral chakra also. And it's on the manifestation. So once again, this Empress, who is pregnant with possibility, is coming in, and the soulmates getting together, and we have the conception card. So there's a lot of opportunity here. There's also, on a physical level, I'm getting an opportunity for an actual pregnancy. And so if you're wanting a pregnancy, then yahoo, and if not, you know, protect yourself. The Pisces energy is all about this energy of the old way that things were done and the new way that things are done. And it's about being really sensitive to those shifts in energy, because we moved out of the age of Pisces into the age of Aquarius in the last, like in 2020-ish. And that energy is really talking about, you know, being able to do things differently, and being sensitive to the shifts that the planet is going through right now. And we also have that Neptune energy where it's moving from Pisces into Aries, which is all about the new. And this can be really challenging for a lot of people, because Pisces energy is all about emotions and the way we've always done things. And Aquarius energy, moving into the age of Aquarius, is all about new. Let's experiment. Let's, you know, do things differently. Let's observe, experiment, try out new ways, not taking it so seriously. So that energy can be really challenging for some people. And then we have the perception, which is all about my cat here who's purring away. She's calmed down now, and the cat's purr has a very high vibration, and it allows people to heal. And so sometimes, and this is sitting on this energy that I was speaking of this before, that sometimes the grass is greener on the other side because it is fake. And sometimes the grass is greener on the other side because someone has put the energy and the effort in to maintain it, to have this abundance, so that when a really cool opportunity comes up, they are able to accept it. And, you know, that's what this card is saying, being able to accept it, put down some burdens, and move forward in a new way. And then we have the Hermit. So that the Hermit is, again, confirming this energy down here about, you know, being able to do this safely, like going up to the mountain, gathering the information, meditating over it, praying over it, and when you're ready to come down from the mountain and put things into action, that you do so, and that you do it in the safest way possible. And then we have also this Cancer energy coming in, which has been coming in. And we had the full moon, I think, on the 5th of November, and this reading is on the 11th. So it's been almost a week. I'm just getting that when that energy came in, it really boom, had a lot of emotional impact. Cancer energy is actually like the adolescent girl energy, where you're either engaged or entrenched. So you can wallow in your emotions and sink, or you can rise, and tread water through them and become engaged with what the world, what's happening in the world, and really engage in your future to be able to bring things forward. That's the energy that I'm getting from that. And then the karmic space of having an ego. And so I'm just getting that a lot of times people will talk about having an ego, and you've got to get rid of your ego. But we all need an ego to be able to be who we are on this planet at this time, and to be able to function in a third dimensional world. Just saying, don't let your ego get all, your head become, basically what it's saying also is because the Page of Wands, he tends to go, he really loves his wand, so he sometimes thinks with his little wand instead of his little head instead of his big head. So you really want to make sure that your ego doesn't blow up over all this and take you down, right? I'm just getting, because this is about initiation and it's coming so quickly, that you want to make sure, like, this is new ground, and you want to really keep your ego in check, and remember to be humble if this really becomes a really big success. Don't get so caught up in it that you think you're infallible. And also at the same time, allow yourself to enjoy it, and to really take this opportunity to be a new version of yourself. This was an enjoyable reading. I hope you also enjoyed it. If you have, feel free to hit that like button, and subscribe if you are resonating with this energy. I will have a new reading for you tomorrow. Bye for now.